lot of people have written me, wishing me happy independence. Even our WhatsApp group have also wished us happy independence. A lot of people are celebrating Nigeria independence. Remember, Nigeria got its independence in 1960. So October 1st mark our 63 years of Nigeria independence. And a lot of people were celebrating. But here in Ini TV, we did not. With that, we say good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. This is Ini TV. We are global and social commentator. We'll ask you to please subscribe to this channel. All we preach here is good governance. All we preach here is prosperity for that country called Nigeria. All we preach here is for Nigeria to become really the giant of Africa, to make a pathway so that Africa will see the light. So today, the topic is Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who he really is. We've made 2 videos on Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and we're asking, who is Bola Ahmed Tinubu? We did try to unveil who Bola Ahmed Tinubu is, but we could not. And we are not sad that we could not, because if FBI, American FBI, we are told, have 200 pages on him, and still they have not concluded their investigation. So if FBI could still not conclude their investigation, so we shouldn't be bothered that for the past 6 months we've not been able to conclude our investigation. We are still investigating. But before we go further, I'll tell you why we did not celebrate independence. If you look at this picture here, that's October 1st, yesterday. A tanker loaded with crude oil because of the bad portion of the Benin Saple Road. And apart from that, most of these oils are taken from illegal depot. The tanker was going by night, fell. And because it's an inflammable product, a fire erupts, killing over 6 persons. Those ones you can see were burnt alive, while those who had minor were taken to the hospital. Isn't the government responsible for the deaths of these 6 persons? Yes, they are. Why? Because of the bad road network that we have. Also, in Plateau State, where community, 8 people were killed on Independence Day. Bandits. Is it bandit? Because now bandits, herdsmen, killer, kidnappers, they are all the same thing. You cannot distinguish one from another. A group of people might add as bandits this week, and next week they will add as kidnapper. It's all an intrigue of what they are doing. In Plateau State, 8 people were killed on October 1st. And what does that tell us? Insecurity. And the government is responsible to providing security for lives and property. And what is something that is really giving us stress, making us feel bad, is the court. Remember, Atiku have subpoenaed the court in America, asking the court to tell the Chicago State University to release Tinubu's real certificate. And what happened? Finally, Tinubu was trying to make an appeal to another court not to let Atiku access to all the material, that Atiku should not have access to those material that really talked about what his profession is, or what he read, and the sex, if he was a male or female. Tinubu was against revealing those information. Let us a shame from a critical point of view that the first citizen of Nigeria, I repeat, the first citizen of Nigeria, will tell a court not to reveal his information because he thinks such information will be a negative impact on him and the country. Is that not enough for us not to celebrate October 1st? Knowing fully well that we've gotten the wrong person into the number 1 seat. It's confusing. You might not even understand what I'm saying. But let's analyze it bit by bit. We cannot draw a conclusion, but we will tell you the facts. We want to tell you that 4 people is at play in this whole scenario. First of all, Bola A. Tinubu, which information that we've gotten shows that Bola A. Tinubu is a female. Then we will call that A, Bola A. Then Bola B is Bola Ahmed Tinubu, which of course is the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Then we'll also call the third person here Yekini. Yekini, we made a video about him. Go back and watch our video. A lot of people have said Yekini is also the same thing like Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And some are also saying that Bola Ahmed Tinubu is the same thing like Bola A. Tinubu, except that Bola A. Tinubu is the female. Then the fourth person is the little unknown child that was talked about. The little unknown child that was talked about. This was a child. We don't know if this child is also Bola Ahmed Tinubu, which is the B, because we learned that this little child had no place to sleep, had nobody to take care of him. He was sleeping in the marketplace. This was where Madam Magaji, the supposed Tinubu adopted mother, took this little boy. So the question we are asking, this little boy is believed to not have relation anywhere in Lagos or even in Nigeria. This little boy is believed to have been a foreigner that have come to also in Lagos. He was probably between 10 and 12 years old. The question we are asking is this little boy that we don't know his name, that Madam Mogaji adopted, is it the same as Bola Ahmed Tinubu? Because we also know that Bola Ahmed Tinubu is not his heritage name. He came into the family of the Tinubus and adopted that name. These 2 little boys, the same. And we also aware that Tinubu came into the household of Madam when Tinubu was around 12, 13 years old. So we don't know if this little boy that is unknown, is he the same thing as Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the B? And is Bola Ahmed Tinubu the same thing as Yekini? A lot of people say Yekini is from Osun State. Others says is from Ogun State. We don't even know where Yekini. But Yekini was a Nigerian. We also know that the parents were not too buoyant. Then Bola Ahmed Tinubu, is he the same thing as she, Bola A. Tinubu? These are all issues that we cannot unravel. We will keep trying. We are not angry that we cannot, because if FBI, we were told, have 200 pages on Tinubu and still have not concluded their investigation, then what do you require a small channel like us to do? We cannot travel to Guinea to get more information. We cannot travel to Ogun State for more information. We cannot travel to Osun State for more information. But the truth of the matter is, the Bola A. Tinubu, which is the female, probably it is she that the FBI have a case against and not the president. But what happened? Why did? Because Tinubu took that name, that some of the family have come out and said, no, Tinubu is not originally from that lineage. He was adopted. Is it because he was adopted, that's why he took that name? Or did he take that name to cover up some of the traces? Or did he accidentally take that name because the Bola A. Tinubu was American resident? Did he travel to America with a female document? Or is he hermaphrodite? You might be surprised. Hermaphrodite is a man or a woman that have both sex displayed. In other way, we could say half man and half woman. Why? Because the certificate that the Chicago State University brought out shows it was a female who read business admin. And we were told that Bola Ahmed Tinubu, of course, we know he's a male, read accounting. How can we reconcile these two things together? And a lot of people are happy that Atiku has won. Atiku has not won. Nigeria has not won. Bola Ahmed Tinubu has not won. Even Peter Obi has not won. You know why? Nigeria is a laughing stock to the world now. That we have a president that have too many controversies. Some have even said that he has spent about 5 years in American jail. And why he came out, that was why he changed his name. These are all speculation because he's not telling us the real truth. And people are beginning to tell lies and lies and lies and lies because it's not adding up. Bola Ahmed Tinubu should come out, tell us his real name. If he adopted that name, he should tell us what was his former name, the school he went to, where was he born, how old is he, what is his relationship with Yekini, what is his relationship with Guinea, and now how is it that he is being confused with the Bola A. Tinubu, the female? Well, we are aware that Bola A. Tinubu, the female, has a social security number in Virginia in 1976. And she went to Southwest College before she went to Chicago University. And she was living in a street called Dr. Shaw Street. That was number 7,741. You know, we also learned that she graduated from the school in 1979. So, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the president, the B, came to America 1975. That was when he entered the United States. In 1975, he traveled to the United States. We don't have no date of his birth, of the school he went to. And we also learned that he forfeits $460,000 that has to do with the narcotic issue. A lot of people have even said, like we said before, but these are all allegedly, we don't have facts to it, that the FBI have a file of 200 pages, allegedly, against Tinubu. And that Tinubu has been in jail in the US for 5 years, allegedly. That it was after the jail sentence that he secretly ran away. And while going back 4 years later, he has to adopt a new name, allegedly. Everything we're telling you now is allegedly. Because Bola Ahmed Tinubu is not coming out to tell us the truth. So the reason why we are making this video is Nigeria has become a laughingstock to the world. After many years of independence, we find it difficult to pick who will be the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And we've picked somebody that is a laughingstock to the world. Now will the Western world, how will the European look down on Nigeria? You know, they have always looked at Africa as backwards. And now, with all this unfolding, how will they look at us? Atiku said he is going to use this certificate that he's fighting for from the US courts in the Supreme Court case. I think they still have till on the 5th. Today is Tuesday. They still have till on Thursday on the 5th. Information reaching us last night said that the certificate has been released and there are discrepancies, which means that the court might say that Bola Ahmed Tinubu forged a certificate, and that will be a case of forgery, which of course is enough to disqualify Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So the question we are asking is, how did we get to this stage? If INEC have done their job properly, we will not have gotten to this stage. If the electoral body has done their job properly, we will not have gotten to this place. If APC have done their job properly, we will not have gotten to this stage. If PDP have been united and stood out like one, Peter Obi would have left, so we will not have gotten to this stage. Life is like a chain. The effects, the problem we are passing today started many, many months ago. And that is why Peter Obi always say that our problem is accumulated effect of bad government. We are not going to blame Bola Ahmed Tinubu alone because he just spent a little over 100 days. Every coming president have done less than what Obasanjo did. If we were to rate Obasanjo, we'll say Obasanjo scored 60%. Yaradua did not stay there long, so we cannot really rate him. Then good luck done 40%. Buhari have done 20%. What do we expect from Bola Ahmed Tinubu? Because the government keep doing less and less and less and less. Why? Because corruption keep advancing. Nepotism keep advancing. Eating deep into the system. If Bola Ahmed Tinubu is allowed to run through the 4 years, I'm sure he will do less than 20%. And that is the more reason why. For the good of the country called Nigeria. So that we don't become a laughing stock to the world. Bola Ahmed Tinubu should just please step aside. Step aside. Because if he decide to stay put, a lot of the foreign bodies will use this stain, this stigma in him to manipulate him. He will not be able to do a good job. And that is why we are making this video. Article we learned, I've gotten the certificate and is going to present it in the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court might also jettison, just as what the Petition Tribunal Court did. But it's the laughing stock that we have to the world that pains me. Where if you like what we are doing, we'll ask you to please subscribe to Ini TV. We are global and social commentator. Remember, what we preach here is for good governance. What we preach here is for greater Nigeria. What we preach here is to see that everybody in Nigeria is somebody. Remember, we love you, but God love you most. And as it is in this culture of this channel, we'll catch you when we make the next video. Until then, we'll say, chooks, ciao, au revoir, bye-bye. And to our returning subscribers, we'll say, thank you, thank you, thank you. We love you, but God love you most.